Today, I wanted to talk to you about how to get revenge on narcissists and other bad ideas. There's a lot of advice and content regarding how to get back at narcissists or get revenge on them and torturing the narcissist and this kind of thing. That makes sense. People have been very hurt. They've been disrespected, humiliated, disregarded, and generally treated very badly. Of course, they're hurt, and of course, they're angry. Who wouldn't be? We see it all the time, stuff about how to make a narcissist shake with fear and drive the narcissist to their knees and whatever. It's understandable why people want to do that, but trying to get back at narcissists ignores a few very important things about the situation that should not be ignored. Number one, first and foremost, narcissists are dangerous. Physically, emotionally, psychologically, any way you look at it, they are dangerous. This should not be forgotten. Intentionally involving yourself in situations with an unstable person where you are purposely angering or upsetting them is a good way to have something bad happen to you. Trying to play fuck around and find out with someone who has no empathy, no morals, and no limits is just stupid and dangerous. And in the end, it'll get you nowhere because, number two, narcissists don't care. They don't care about you at all. They never saw you. They don't know you. You don't mean anything to them. You therefore cannot hurt them in the ways that you might imagine you can or be trying to do. You really can't. You cannot do to them what was done to you because it's not going to affect them in the same way it affected you. They don't care. They don't trust other people, so they can't really be caught off guard or betrayed in that way. They don't emotionally invest in other people, so they can't really lose anything in that sense. They don't think they did anything wrong to you anyway, so to them, it just looks like you're crazy and evil, or maybe just stupid. It's a waste of time. More importantly, even than that, number three, this feeds into what they want. Engaging with narcissists in any way feeds into their narcissism. It is what it is. Attention is all that matters to these personalities. Focusing on them, even if your intention is to harm them or cause them problems, it feeds into their narcissism. It validates how important they are. For most narcissists, this is exactly what they want. To be so important that people can't think of anything else, to be the motive and the reason for everything somebody else is doing. It's a misconception that narcissists are only looking for positive attention and positive focus on themselves. They will take any kind. This is also a misunderstanding of how narcissists view positive versus how other people view it. For example, you might not think it's a good idea to have someone focused on harming you or causing you problems, but you're not a narcissist. For them, that's a validation. They might not love it. They might prefer to be focused on in a circumstance that is better to talk about in public, for example. But the fact that it validates their importance is positive to them in some regard, and they can spin it into something that does validate them no matter what. That's the pathology. They don't see this through the lens of your feelings or anything to do with you. They don't see that, oh, I really hurt this person and that's what this is all about. They see it through the lens of, look at all this proof how really, really important I am. Even better, they can tell themselves and anybody else that you're crazy over them, that you're the problem and they're not, that you're stuck on them, you can't move on because you're so obsessed with them. All of these things point squarely back to the narcissist's importance in their own mind. Trying to do anything to get back at them also validates that they're a victim, and even worse, it gives them a reason to punish you more. It's just a total backfire in this sense because it makes them feel more important, not less. Trying to punish narcissists by feeding into their narcissism does not work. They may very well retaliate in this situation too, because the more important they feel, the more outraged they are that you dare to besmirch them. Yes, this makes no sense, seeing as how that's the whole reason that they got blown up with their own importance in the situation in the first place, but it doesn't matter. It's still true, and the retaliation for this can be ugly, even dangerous. Number four, you deserve better. Maybe the narcissist in your life deserves to have revenge exacted on them, but you don't deserve the price that you're going to pay for it. It's not worth it. Not when this person doesn't even care. Not when they can't even understand that it was wrong to do what they did because you're a human being with feelings, but they don't even really get or really care what that means. And not when the game is set up so that no matter how you play it, to play it at all means that you automatically lose because this person gets the same thing out of it no matter what even happens. The hard, real truth is that if you are devoting time and energy to get revenge or play games on someone who does not care about you, the person getting played in this game really is you. Even if you feel like somehow you got them back or you made them pay, it's very doubtful you actually did in the way that you likely want to do. Trying to affect narcissists in this way does not work, no matter how you are trying to do it. With love, with hate, with pain, with consequences, it doesn't matter. Sure, you can superficially impact them. They might feel temporarily boosted by positive things or temporarily skewered by negative ones, but nothing really lands on them either way. Nothing really sticks because of the way narcissistic personality structures operate. Wanting justice or even to punish those who have hurt us is normal and natural. But in a situation where someone has an extreme external locus of control, little or even no empathy, and no ability to even see that doing things that hurt other people is wrong, how much can you really do? You can and should pursue legal action when it's appropriate, but even then, the justice has to be external because if you're looking for some life-changing epiphany or even a genuine acknowledgement of what led to all of this from the narcissist, you're not going to get it. Narcissists generally do not see consequences as justice for what they've done. In fact, they don't appear to relate any consequences they are facing to anything they've done at all. They tend to see these things as injustice perpetrated against them by someone who's out to get them for reasons outside of themselves that are beyond their control. This could be anything from race, gender, sexuality, ethnicity, class, background, educational level, level of ability, level of intelligence, number of points they scored in the last video game, eye color, and anything else. When you say to them, that's insane. I called the police because you physically attacked me, not because you have a nicer car than I do. They just continue to state what to them is very obvious. What is happening has nothing to do with them or anything they've done. It's you. You're persecuting them. There's just no way to make these personalities care about hurting other people or to make them connect the things that happen to them in any real way with anything that they've done. They simply cannot see it that way. This is absurd and crazy to say, and it's really absurd and crazy to see it in action, but it's also true. And if you've dealt with people who are very narcissistic, you know it's true. Don't waste time and take such a risk for something that's not going to work anyway. This person does not deserve to be important to you anymore for any reason. They've taken enough of your time and your energy and your focus. Even though it can feel really important, the reality is that you don't need to make the narcissist shake with fear or drive the narcissist to their knees. You need to get the hell away from them and stay the hell away from them before they ruin your life or seriously hurt you, or both. The only real and sure way to get revenge on a narcissist is to make them irrelevant to you and to your life. This is the only thing you can do that has any chance of impacting this person in any real way. It demonstrates to them that they're not important, that they have no power over you, no control over you, and that they don't matter. This is every single one of their biggest fears. It also happens to be the best and most healthy thing to do for you. So that's a nice coincidence. Or maybe it's not a coincidence at all. Maybe the reality is that the thing that was making this whole thing go in the first place was your belief that it was important. And as soon as you take that away, the whole thing, including the ghost that is the narcissist, just falls apart.